More than 10,000 athletes representing more than 200 national Olympic committees are converging on Rio de Janeiro, Brazil for the 2016 Summer Olympics. More than 300 sets of medals will be awarded in 28 sports, contested at 33 venues in Rio, plus 5 other soccer stadiums across Brazil. Rio is the first South American city to host the Summer Olympics, and this is the first Summer Olympics to be held entirely during the host country's winter season. But no worries, winter in Rio isn't that wintry. The city is only 23 degrees south of the equator, almost on the Tropic of Capricorn. That same latitude line in the northern hemisphere, the Tropic of Cancer, passes very close to Havana, Cuba, and Cabo San Lucas at the tip of Baja, California. So Rio is closer to the equator than anywhere in the lower 48 states. And by the way, note that eastern Brazil really juts out into the Atlantic. So Rio is actually 1 hour ahead of us here in the Eastern time zone. So much of what you see on TV will be live. As for the climate of Rio, here's average monthly highs and lows. They peak in January and February around 86 and 74 respectively. So not much difference between the max and min. That's common at low latitudes. Average temperatures bottom out in July, if you can call 77 for highs and 65 for lows, bottoming out. And August is very similar at 78 and 66. I couldn't find a city in the lower 48 states with a comparable month. You have to go to Hilo, Hawaii. Highs and lows there in June are just about a perfect match for Rio in August. As for rainfall, it's highly seasonal in Rio. Typical of places on the edge of the tropics, here's average monthly rain. It shows almost what we'd call a monsoon climate. Now, typically you hear that word, you think rain, but that's only half the story. Yes, there is a summer wet monsoon. That is December through March, all of those months averaging more than 5 inches. Those 4 months account for half of Rio's average annual rain. The flip side is the winter dry monsoon, roughly from June to September, each month averaging about 2 inches or less. August, just 1 3/4. Rio averages 5 days with at least 1 millimeter of rain in August. 1 millimeter is roughly 4/100ths of an inch, enough to wet the ground. So with the Olympics lasting about 2.5 weeks, don't be surprised to see rain on a few days. What brings rain to Rio in winter? Well, during the cold season, fronts, even cold fronts. For example, here's the forecast weather map for tomorrow evening for South America and surrounding oceans. Notice that the fronts are, shall we say, upside down compared to what you're used to seeing on our weather world maps. That's because in the southern hemisphere, cold air comes from the south and warm air comes from the north. The forecast for the opening ceremonies in Rio on Friday is dry and seasonable, and Saturday and Sunday should be dry and warm with highs well into the 80s. Stay tuned. Fred has our extended forecast next.